So here we are in Illustrator, and one of the things that I want to do today is create a outlined circle, but I want that outline to be segmented into, let's say, 5 individual paths. And this is fairly easy to do, but we're going to go ahead and use Illustrator's snap-to-point functionality as well as a little bit of math to make sure those segments come out as precisely as possible. So the first thing, of course, to do is to draw my circle. Now, once I have my circle, I'm going to choose my pen tool, and I'm going to hover my cursor over the center of the circle until I see some help text that indicates that I'm over the center. And this means that if I were to now click my mouse, that anchor for the pen tool is going to snap to the center of the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and click my mouse once, and I'm not holding my mouse down now. I'm just kind of dragging my cursor up above the circle somewhere, at some arbitrary point up here above my circle, beyond the outline. And I'm going to hold my shift key down to make sure that it's constrained to a perfectly vertical line. And now I'm going to go ahead and click my mouse a second time to create that line, and I'm going to tap the escape key to end that line. Now I'm going to go ahead and select that path, and I'm going to choose the rotate tool from the main toolbox. And again, I'm going to hover my cursor over what was the center of the circle, and now the help text says anchor, indicating that it's the ending anchor of the line that I just created, which is what I want. And I'm going to go ahead and hold the Alt key down, and I'm going to click once. And this is going to bring up the rotate dialog. Now, since I'm dividing my circle into 5 equal segments, I know that 360 degrees divided by 5 is 72. So I'm going to enter 72 into the angle field, and I'm going to click copy. And this is going to duplicate my path, my line, rotated from the center of the circle 72 degrees from my original. Now, without clicking my mouse, I'm going to hold the Control key down and type D. And this is going to replicate the line a second time, this time 72 degrees rotated from the previous line that was created. And I'm going to go ahead and hit D 2 more times to create all 5 segment lines across my circle. And now I'm going to go ahead and select all my paths, and I'm going to click on the outline tool from the Pathfinder palette. And doing that will now divide my circle in by the lines that are bisecting it there. So I now effectively have 5 different segments in my circle. So one of the things that the outline tool does is it takes away any stroke or fill that I had set on the line previously. So if I were to deselect everything now, it would essentially disappear. It's still on my canvas, but I don't exactly know where it is. So prior to deselecting everything, I find it easy to go ahead and reset the stroke of the path. So now I can see where it is. And now I can select the direct selection tool and choose the path segments that I no longer want. So once I've gotten rid of the lines that I don't want, what I'm left with are 5 perfectly drawn segments to my circle.